It was early morning at the airport as Mark helped his wife Lisa unload her luggage. She was leaving for Spain on a 2-week company training program, and he already dreaded how quiet the house would feel without her. Before she headed toward the departure gate, Lisa smiled and asked, "Anything special you'd like me to bring back?" Mark chuckled, a mischievous grin spreading across his face. "Sure, how about a Spanish girl?" Lisa paused, raised an eyebrow, gave him a knowing smirk, and boarded the plane without another word. 2 weeks later, when Lisa returned, Mark was waiting eagerly at the arrivals gate. He wrapped her in a warm hug and asked, "So how was the trip?" "It was wonderful. Spain is amazing," she replied, a playful spark in her eye. Mark grinned. "And what about my present?" Lisa tilted her head. "Present? What present?" He laughed. "You know, the one I asked for. My Spanish girl." Lisa sighed dramatically, leaned in close and whispered, "Well, I did what I could. Now we'll just have to wait a few months to see if it's a boy or a girl." One evening, a husband called home to his wife. "Honey," he began, trying to sound casual, "I've been invited on a fishing trip to Canada with my boss and a few of his friends. We'll be gone for a week. This could be my big chance to finally get that promotion." His wife raised an eyebrow but didn't comment. "So," he continued, "could you pack enough clothes for the week? Set out my fishing rod and tackle box, and make sure to include my new blue silk pajamas." The wife smelled something fishy, and it wasn't the catch of the day. But being the thoughtful wife she was, she packed everything just as he asked. A week later, the husband came home looking tired but satisfied. "Welcome back, dear," she greeted him sweetly. "How was the trip? Catch much?" "Oh yes," he beamed. "Plenty of salmon, some bluegill, even a few swordfish." Then, frowning slightly, he added, "But why didn't you pack my new blue silk pajamas like I asked?" His wife smiled and replied, "I did. They're in your tackle box." A king summoned 3 of his most loyal subjects to a meeting. He turned to the first man, Rand. "Rand, kiss my hand," the king commanded. Rand bowed low and pressed his lips to the king's hand. The king then faced the second man, Lee. "Lee, kiss my knee." Lee hesitated only a moment, then knelt and kissed the king's knee. Finally, the king turned toward the third man. "Mick," he began, but before he could finish, Mick was already sprinting for the door. "Mick, why are you running?" the king shouted. Bob went to the doctor and sat down with a pained expression. "What's going on?" the doctor asked. "Doctor, I'm in so much pain," Bob replied. "My whole body hurts." "Where does it hurt?" the doctor asked. "Everywhere," Bob said. He pressed his knee. "Ah, that hurts." Then he pressed his hip. "Ow, see? That hurts too." He pushed on his stomach. "Ah, pain again." "Anywhere else?" the doctor asked. Bob pressed his ribs and screamed in agony, then touched his chin and groaned in pain. The doctor sighed. "Bob, you've broken your finger."